Hey guys, it's me, Barb, and I'm here today to show you a bit about cake parties and how to do them and how to get like mega rich in Palia with cake parties. Now I am kind of mid cake party, and thank you for ParadiseDropout from the Palia Discord for letting me record a few rounds of making cakes here. And this is for making the celebration cake. And it takes a little bit of setup, but if you do this, you can get mega rich real quick. Like you can hit the gold cap in Palia, which is currently 300,000 gold. So a couple things. You'll want a starter person who starts with the blueberries. If you are using gold star blueberries, every ingredient that can be throughout will need to be gold star, like the jams. Now you can do this with apple or blueberry jam. You don't have to just do blueberry jam. But a lot of people are gathering up their blueberries, which makes it a little bit easier. But you can use a combination, doesn't really matter too much. And I'm at my cake batter section. And if it moves, just keep selecting. It does that as your lovely friends down the line make theirs. There we go, now I'm making my batter. So you'll want to basically make a list. For the setup, you'll need 1 blueberry person, 4 sweet leafers, 3 batterers that need to bring flour, egg, and butter, 1 person that does the frosting who brings milk and butter. You'll need someone with the jams, 3 someones with the jams, my apologies, and 3 bakers. Now, as you go through and do these, the only person that has to have the recipe is the starter, your blueberry person. And you'll want to write out who's who on your list and basically assign who's going to be the starter, the leafer, the batters, the frosting person, the jam person, the jammers, and the bakers. And one thing that Paradise did that I really liked is they have a diagram of their kitchen drawn out, and they put what section is going to be what. So our blueberry person here, our 4 leafers, the batters over here. There we go, the 3 batters. And then the 3 bakers and the 4 frosters. And each person has their own little assigned station. Now, one thing that is really important is if you are over here and you are doing something like the batters or the frosting, put away the ingredients you do not need in your locked storage. So like I have my sweet leaf right now and my milk in my locked storage, so it's not pulling as an option. Because you saw when we go in here into the mixing station, that can move up and down when you're trying to select for the batter, and it does the same thing for other people's tables too. So you don't want to accidentally click the wrong thing and make the wrong thing. And what you'll do is you will arrange all of this. Everyone will need to friend each other in game, and you will invite them all over and do the cake party. And you can kind of follow these arrows. So there was the blueberries, the leafers just finished, now it's over at the mixing table, so I'll have a little blue arrow and I'll go ahead and mix. And you can see that I finished mixing. My cohorts over here are finished mixing. Now it's going to go over to the ovens, and you can see the 10-second countdown from our lovely oven operators there. And it's going over to the frosters here. And then you'll see that the frosters have finished. And then we're gonna have celebration cake. And we're gonna get a lot of these. Now, another thing is if you bring food, you can definitely eat and keep your focus up to get more experience out of this too. But I'm out of food, and I've been long out of food. I'm level 13 cooking, so don't worry if you can't keep your focus up, because your primary goal with these is to make money. And we are doing 80 of these. We did about the first half of them, and I went by my house and dropped them off in my box and sold them. And I've already got 50,000 money just from that. So you can see here, I'm no longer poor, which is fantastic. Now, I gotta do my batter. And you're just gonna keep repeating this over and over and over. Now, one thing that does help is if you hold a tool, because some people actually get stuck in their station, and then they'll have to basically either unstick or basically move the equipment off of them sometimes, which involves editing permissions. If you hold a tool like this, it helps you to be less likely to get stuck in your station, which is a bug, and hopefully they'll fix that. But again, just make sure you have everyone assigned and you know how many of the materials you're bringing. So if you're doing like a batch of 40, make sure everyone's aware that they need to bring 40 of their thing. It's like 40 blueberries, 40 sweet leaf, 40 flour, eggs, butter, 40 milk and butter, 40 jams. Whatever you're doing, make sure they're aware. Like this party, we're doing 80. So since I'm the batterer, that takes flour, eggs, and butter. I brought 80 each of those. So you'll go along and you'll make it through and you will have absolute tons of cakes. And as it goes through, you'll see these just pile up. I would only bring what you need and have your inventory cleared out because you don't want to have to really run around anywhere. Now, if it does get to be around 6 a.m. in game time, I do recommend that every once in a while you take a farm break because you want people to keep their blueberries and stuff growing instead of neglecting those, because the money's great, but without the materials, you can't keep going. And I do recommend writing down and organizing and preparing. It does take some time. So we've been at this about 30-40 minutes and it's gonna go for a total of an hour. And if you hop in the official Palia Discord and go to the looking for group parties section, you can see lots of people doing these cake parties. And ParadiseDropout is extremely organized, as you can see, and they have a lovely kitchen, so I do recommend them. And I think you guys will have a blast making cakes. So if that was helpful, if you don't mind, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe. And if you turn notifications, I do stream sometimes as well, which is quite fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit over here and keep making batter so I can get rich because I want to have a ridiculously nice house in Palia. So thanks again for sticking around. I do hope that was helpful and it helps you, you know, maybe understand the process of cake parties a little bit better, because I know they were a bit daunting before I went and I participated in one myself, but it's not really that bad once you've done it. And the kitchen setup is quite nice, and if you set up one of these kitchens yourself, you could even host some of these parties, which would be nice because I know there's a lot of people out there doing them right now because money's good. Until next time, enjoy getting rich, and I'll see you around, guys. Bye.